All right, Major League Baseball. Yes, I'm excited for Thursday. Opening day, although now they're saying it might rain in Washington. I don't know, the Mets might get pushed to Friday. Scherzer might actually get the opening day start anyway if the games move to Friday. But anyway, full slate Thursday, pretty much, right? Baseball. Then now Tigers teeing off at 7:30 in the morning. Masters, great time of the year coming up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over World Series odds. We're going to make the playoffs, not make the playoffs, best value. Division best value, over under wins. We're going to sprinkle a little. We'll throw a graphic out there for you guys to keep track of, but we're going to do it. Let's start with the World Series odds. Dodgers, of course, favored plus 480 every year. Seems they're the favorite. Blue Jays plus 850. White Sox plus 950. How about that? Blue Jays and White Sox, two of the three teams in the top three. Astros 10-1. The world champ Braves 13-1. Then Parlay Kid, Bry, your Yankees 13-1. My Mets 15-1. I'm going to start us out. I'm going to go with Jen Piacenti's Astros 10-1. I just, 95 wins last year. They won the pennant 3 of the last 5 years. They're just kind of clutch. They're going to get to the playoffs barring injury. I get no Carlos Correa. That's huge. But Bri, you bet that Jeremy Pena to win a Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
You and Jen?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was
he's hitting over 400
1,
in the spring. I know you don't want to give that too much weight, but a bunch of double dingers the other day. You guys have them at 25-1. Their top 6 in the lineup is as good as anyone's, I think. Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Alvarez, Gurriel, Tucker. Bregman was batting 7th at one point last year. So I think this will be a better fit for them. And then Verlander, Framber Valdez, Urquidy, who had 5 scoreless against the mighty Mets the other day. And then Jake Odorizzi is fighting for a spot. I think they're good. Dusty Baker is as trusted as it gets. And you're going to at least get to the playoffs 10-1 for the Astros. Bri, you're going with another American League team here.
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa Bay at 16-1. Right now they're probably the best franchise in baseball, right? They get more out of their players than any team. They won 100 games last year, 40 and 20 the year before that, and then 96 wins the year before that. Last year, they kind of blew that series against the Red Sox in games 3 and 4. They always have good arms coming out of the bullpen. McClanahan could have a dominant year this year, as long as they let him pitch more than two innings a game, and then you really got to like the lineup. And then the fact that Wander Franco had a half season under his belt last year, that lineup could be really good. I mean, the Rays just continue to get disrespected. They always seem to have fun playing together. They always overachieve. So I would take a shot. I think they're going to make the playoffs. So I think I like those 16-1 odds for the World Series.
I'm going to jump in here and I know we're going out of order because we're supposed to do this by category, but I also have the Rays to win the division at plus 250. I don't get why that's so high. I get because there could be 4 playoff teams in that division, but 100 wins, first place last year, Bri, right? 40-20 in 2020, and then they lose the World Series. 96-66 the year before, 90-72 the year before that. That staff is terrific. Like you said, McClanahan, I mean, you heard us talk up Shane Baz with Jen Piacenti the other day. Should get Glasnow back. Whatever. You could hate what they do with the starting pitching. And like Yarbrough, I think, led the team in innings pitched. He started 21 games and 9 appearances out of the bullpen. But Kevin Cash, annoying, but effective the way it works. And they seem to get younger every year. They have Wander Franco, like you said, 40 games in a row. We reached base, plus 250 for the division. And you have them to win the World Series. All right, Harry, you're not taking a big chance here with the Dodgers plus 480.
No, it's World Series or bust, like you said. I always sell with the Dodgers. I'm going to stick with them here. The Braves snuck in there last year. I don't think that happens this year. Stacked lineup again. The Turners, Justin and Trey there, Betts and Muncy. Throwing the addition of Freddie Freeman from Atlanta. Pitching still very good. Dodgers stacked lineup, like I said, plus 480. I mean, listen, I think it's still pretty good value. And even though it's plus 480 in the favorite, they're so talented.
So I asked for best division value, and I just took the Rays at plus 250. Right. What happened to you? Since when are you Dodgers minus 230? That's the best value you can find.
Was weak of Harry. Yeah.
Well, it was very, Darren. Listen, I'm not going to disagree with you. Weak of myself, but I'm going to admit it. But at minus 230, you said best value. I think minus 230. You look at that division. I think minus 230 is a steal.
I look at that division. There could be 3 playoff teams.
They should be they should be minus 600.
Wow. I don't know. It is baseball. Everybody's kind of an injury away. But, I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't love the Padres this year, but the Giants and Dodgers have battled to the last day. Yeah.
They did, but also Buster Posey retired for San Francisco, and Kevin Gossman had the most wins for the Giants last year, 14 wins. He went to Tampa. Colorado, Arizona and Colorado both were awful last year, so I think it's a steal. Like I said, at minus 230 for the Dodgers.
Harry, $23,000 on it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, that on the Dodgers?
yeah, to win the division.
Can I borrow 22,900, Brian?
He's pissed at me, I think, because he bet the Mets today to win. Losing 8-0 after 2 innings.
9-0 after 3, all home runs.
What'd you lose? I'm gonna say $10 you lost on that.
$25 parlay.
All right. I'm proud of you. All right. Parlay Kid, White Sox. I take them every year. I'm taking a break from the White Sox.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
They're all yours this year.
Yeah, I'm going to take, I think at plus 950, I think they're the class of the Central Division, right? Like, I don't see them having a problem. I know the Tigers have gotten a little bit better. The Twins can kind of hang around maybe, but they are the class of this division. They have such a super young lineup. And last year, they won 93 games last year, and they very rarely played as a healthy unit when everybody was healthy. Guys were all missing at different parts of the year. So a little bit more healthier, that 93 win team might turn into a 98, 99 type of win team. Lewis Robert is my sleeper dark horse MVP pick. He's a Mike Trout in the waiting here. He's fantastic. Lynn, Giolito, Cease, a big three. Hendricks out of the bullpen. I think their playoff experience last year, even though it was a poor one, I think it would bode well for them. They know they have, some stuff they still have yet to accomplish, and they got to win a round of the playoffs, and I think they make it. And then I think their lineup is just tremendous. I love their young lineup. A lot of young guys who can hit the long ball, hit for average. Let's roll with the White Sox at plus 950 now, Sal. You won't get that. You won't get those odds come playoff time. Yeah,
that's pretty good. By the way, for those who aren't following, there are 6 playoff teams in each league now, right? From 5, right? And they were going to make it 7, but they made it 6.
Yep.
Right. Is that what happened? Okay. So there's an extra playoff team. So we'll get into will and won't make the playoffs in a second, but that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's do win totals. I'll start us off. Dodgers are the highest at 99.5. The Orioles lowest 61.5, and Damashek's Pirates, I think, are second lowest, 66 or something. Ironically, 66, I think, or maybe not ironically. Maybe they do that on purpose for Pittsburgh. Twins, I'm going Twins over 81.5, minus 116. I don't usually like taking a jump like this. It actually went from 74 to 81.5 after the Correa signing. It's not all Correa. They had Gary Sanchez. They added Sonny Gray, Gio Urshela as a third baseman. 73 wins last year. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This would be a crazy jump here. But 30-28 in the last 58, and they traded Nelson Cruz and Jose Berrios at the All-Star break. So they really gutted it out. Pitching's a little suspect. It'll be Gray. It'll be Bailey Ober and Joe Ryan at the top. But their bats are booming. Polanco and Sano, 30 home run club. They expect big things out of this young third baseman, Jose Miranda. If Byron Buxton stays healthy, I got Rocco Baldelli's team around 90 wins. So even though it went up, I may have lost value in this. It was about 79.5 a few weeks ago. Now it's 81.5. I'm still going over with the Twins. Harry, give us one of yours. I'm picking 2 each. Give us your over.
Okay, my over is going to be the Seattle Mariners over 83.5 at minus 122. This team's like a under the radar type of team. The M's won 90 games last season and were not eliminated from playoff contention to the last week of the season. Ty France is a pretty good hitter. He hit 300 2 years ago, 291 last year. Mitch Haniger, 39 home runs last year and 100 RBIs. And the addition of Robbie Ray. Will lead Seattle to the playoffs this year. And also over 83.5. Like I said, 90 last year. With Robbie Ray now, over 83.5.
All right, Brother Bry, Cardinals. I usually fiddle with this one. I have the Cardinals. They've won me money in the past, and now you're going 84.5. Seems about right for them. You like them over.
Yeah, I feel like the Cardinals have been winning money for us every year, right? And 84.5 to me seems pretty low. Only once since 2007 has this Cardinals team not had 85 wins or more. They're as consistent as it comes. They've won 90 and 91 the last 2 seasons. I mean, I guess you could say it really comes down to the health of their pitching staff. They've been lucky. Wainwright is like 50 years old. He still, had a great year last year. Flaherty, I guess, out for the beginning of the season. So too is Reyes. But, they bring back the kid Hudson, who had Tommy John surgery, but he was very good prior to that a few years ago. Matz will eat up some innings for them. And then they have a great top of that lineup between Goldschmidt, Arenado, O'Neill. They're going to be in the playoff race. And then you've got to factor the Reds, Pirates are likely going to be awful. The Cubs probably are going to stink too. So a lot of wins from that division. And if they need to make a move, they'll make a move in the middle of the season for some pitching. And I think they go over that 84.5.
Trying to think, I would love FanDuel to have this. What the lowest win total is going to be for a playoff team this year with that extra win?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Babyface, look that up. What would the 6th team have made it? What would the although they did come down to the wire, right? Both leagues, I think it's probably about a game difference. But if you could find that from 2021, what this extra team would have made it. All right, Parlay Kid, Brewers. You think they get to 90?
Yeah, I know sometimes you are on the Brewers too, Sal.
Yeah.
Over 89.5 here with the wins. And like Brian just basically said, I could repeat what he just said for the Brewers as well. Except I think where the Cardinals and Brewers differ is the Cardinals hit the ball better. The Brewers pitch the ball better. But they're going to rack up wins against the Cubs, who are in total rebuilding mode. The Pirates, who just aren't there yet. And the Reds, who are normally very underwhelming. So between Burns, Peralta, Woodruff, and a really good bullpen of Hader and a combination of Hader and Williams, the pitching here should be dominant. 96 wins last year. I'll take over 89.5. Yelich has a bounce back year. It's been a couple years, but he's still only 30 years old. So let's say that he bounces back, really helps them, helps their lineup. Brewers over 89.5 wins.
All right. I'll actually, Brian, you have one more over for us, right?
Yeah, because I couldn't read. When you said over and under, I obviously didn't read too well. But yeah, I was looking at the Royals over 74.5. This team killed me last year. I bet the under on them. I bet against them throughout the season. And they had that stretch where they played really well from like the middle of the season on, And I do think, what you're saying, obviously the Twins could be good, but I do think the second best team is up for grabs in the AL Central. They are a really fun team, young, fun team to root for. The Guardians are going to be down. The Tigers are up and coming too, but look, their pitching staff, they added Greinke. That's going to help with some of their young pitchers. They have Brady Singer, who eventually should be good. I remember him, it seems like yesterday he was just pitching in college, but they also have a really fun lineup between Mondesi, Benintendi, Perez, and then they have this young star, Bobby Witt. So Matheny has always been a good coach. So I do think he's going to, these guys are going to play hard for him. And I think, 74.5, They've had 3 straight years where they've increased their win percentage, won 74 games last year. So I think they up it by, I think they get to, like 77 wins or something like that.
Now, also, this is all on our friend Trevor if it loses, right?
Yeah, it's his fault if they don't.
Beat his ass in a little bit. All right, well, here's some unders. This isn't probably a popular one because I know people expect big things out of the Padres, but I like them under 90 wins, under 89.5, actually. Tatis out until June and they're expected to win 90. I know that's a simple way of looking at it. They had 79 wins last year. They were 26 and 43 after the All-Star break. They bring Bob Melvin in, good manager, 3-time, I think, manager of the year. He's looking at a nice lineup with Will Myers and Hosmer and Manny Machado. I just don't love their pitching. Yu Darvish, since they cracked down on that sticky stuff, he finished 1-9 with over a 6 ERA. Blake Snell's hurt all the time. I know they love Mike Clevenger. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery, so who knows? You're in a division where the Giants are expected to win 86 games. The Dodgers are expected to win 100. The D-backs are lame, but overall, I think it's a tough division. And also, we're looking at, you don't need 90 to make the playoffs, right? It could be at this point with the 6 team in, you could be at 88 and sit everyone the last weekend. So I'm going Padres under 89.5. Harry, you're staying in the same division. You're going against your Snakes.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Diamondbacks under 66.5 at -110. Last year, they had brought in free agent Madison Bumgarner. He was terrible. He wasn't terrible, but it's a terrible signing overall, giving him like $85 million on a team that doesn't have any stars. They brought back Torey Lovello to manage this team, but still not going to do anything in terms of jumping from last year's win total at 52. You got to get up to 67 to win this. I love the under here. Ketel Marte is the only star player on this team. I think it's another disastrous season in the desert for the D-backs.
All right, Parlay Kid. Now, you did this last week. You bet against the Islanders. You bet the Rangers. And it's like, oh, my God, wow, the Islanders won. Look at me. My team won. You're doing it again with the Yankees. You don't think they're winning fewer than 93 games. You don't think it.
I'm taking the under 92.5 here on the Yankees. Sal, I mean, Brother Bri already talked about the Rays. Toronto is highly touted. The Red Sox kind of came out of nowhere last year, right? And they overperformed, but I think these three teams might all be better than the Yankees. So after Cole, the Yankees pitching staff is full of questions. Their bullpen is not nearly what it once was. I have no faith in Chapman in the closer role. When we're trotting Aaron Hicks out there to play center field, you brought Rizzo back for first base. I'm very underwhelmed by Rizzo. He's okay, but he's well past the prime of his career. Gleyber Torres underperformed last year. I'm not sure if he's ever going to be the player the Yankees hoped and thought he was. All these things have to happen for the Yankees to go over this win total. Cole's got to win like 18, 19 games minimum for them to surpass this total. An injury to Cole would make this impossible to reach. The Yankees go under 92.5. Sal, there might be in the maybe the best division in baseball. Maybe, I'm not sure. The NL East is significantly improved too. So but there's three other good teams in that division. So do you scream at Brother John about how Rizzo is only a good National League player? I could see it. Well, Rizzo was not very good with the Cubs last year or the year before either.
That's true.
So I know the Yankees. Some Yankee fans are happy with bringing him in here, but
Brother John,
trust me,
Brother John's barely paying attention.
He's not paying attention. He's still paying attention. Argue that, I think. And so no playoffs either, Parlay Kid. No playoffs plus 270. Real quick, because we have just Stremski waiting.
I'm going with the Yankees. Sal, no playoffs for the Yankees at plus 270.
Wow.
At plus 270, I know we got the extra team in there, but I'm just not high on this Yankees team right now. I'm not even against the fact that they bought Donaldson, and I kind of like Donaldson. I think he brings a little grit to this Yankee team. I think this Yankee team, they're very, I don't know. But before you know it, Brett Gardner's going to be back in the fold here or something like that. But trust me, Gallo, Hicks. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm going to be sick of watching these guys. I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise me. Sometimes the Yankees are best when there's very little expectations. Yet, except for me, most people have very high expectations for them this year.
You're going to have all this money on against them.
I'm impressed, Darren. I'm very impressed.
No, I'm not buying it. Babyface, you're not buying it either with this.
I mean, last year he at least waited one game to get on yet.
Well, he did. It was a preseason game, but he waited one game this year. He did it.
I'm curious to what JJ has to say. I can't wait.
He can't be happy with a lot of the stuff.
Let's race through these last few here. I have also a plus 270 to not make the playoffs, and an unpopular pick. Braves, defending champs, plus 270. I get it with the extra playoff team and Acuna Jr. returning. It doesn't make sense. They're at 91.5 wins. They basically switch out Freddie Freeman for Matt Olson. I think it's even maybe, except for the leadership factor. They only won 88 last year, and it was after an incredible push. If they repeat 88, they'll be close to out, I think. I don't know. They were 44 and 45 at the All-Star break. It could be that the Phillies win the division, the Mets, Brewers, and Giants grab wild cards ahead of them. Sure, it's a spite bet. They've won the division 4 years in a row. I hope Saratian isn't listening, but a tiny bit of bad luck going their way, and they're not making it. Plus 270. Go ahead, Bri. Lower it on us. The Mets not making it.
I'm saying the Mets at plus 152 to not make it. Look, I mean, the Mets should make the playoffs. But even if DeGrom doesn't pitch, with that $252 million payroll, they should make it. It would be embarrassing if they don't. But essentially, this comes down to the Phillies and the Mets. I mean, all three could make it, but I doubt it. I do think. This might be like the Braves in the years past where, they just have this run of 10 years. And I actually think they their team might even be a little bit better this year overall. Now, the Mets lineup should be much better and Lindor should be better, but it's right. You're asking a lot from an old injured rotation. And then I don't know, the Mets bullpen might suck again. I would say good luck with Ottavino. Parlay Kid and I would definitely say good luck with Ottavino.
Because it's never fun. It's never fun that rotate that bullpen. Yep. All right, Harry, Phillies minus 128. I kind of like this to make the playoffs.
Yes, I mean, like they were right in it to the very end last season, battling the Braves for the East, but they lost at 6 of the last 7. Like Wheeler and Nola, 1-2 starters, very good. Hoskins put up big numbers last year. Castellanos and Schwarber in the outfield. And look, this is year 4 for Bryce Harper in Philadelphia. Way overdue to make a playoff appearance. They get it done this year at minus 128.
All right. What else do we have to do? We did
best division value, Sam.
Oh, the best division value. Quick. All right, real quick. JJ's waiting. Parlay Kid, Angels plus 380. It would be nice to see them play healthy this year, right? 1 year
that's
together.
It, Sal. Right? I mean, if Trout and Rendon can be healthy, with Ohtani being like having a year like he did last year, Madden at the helm. He's a good coach. You know, he's the guy who always did it with the Rays as well. You're not going to have to really worry about the A's or the Rangers. You know, maybe an injury or two to the Astros, and the Angels, surprisingly, could be the best team in the division. So let's take the Angels at plus 380 for my best division winner value.
All right, Brian, this hurts, but you're going Red Sox.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox at plus 500. Look, I mean, I do like the Rays, and I picked them for the World Series, but I do think a few of these teams are going to make the playoffs. But, you know, the Red Sox, I mean, they kind of came out of nowhere last year. Their lineup is as good as any lineup in baseball. The rotation will be decent when Sale comes back, which might not be in for another month. And, you know, they had the kid Houck, who was pretty good in the playoffs last year, who should be good for them. I do think it's a toss-up. Likely everybody's going to be within a few games, I think. So I just thought, 5-1 odds was the best that I saw value wise.
Yeah. Oh my God. Rooting for the Red Sox against the Yankees. What the hell is going on with you guys? Harry, you took the Dodgers earlier. We discussed that minus 230. I took the Rays plus 250. Give us those numbers, Babyface, on the playoff teams last year. Who would have been the odd man out that would have made it this year?
The Blue Jays just missed with 91 wins. That was the big one. But then in the NL, the Reds 83 wins, Phillies 82 wins. They just missed.
That's still low. Yeah, I guess that's tough. Asking like the Braves to miss out. I don't know. I still like the numbers there for that. 82 and 83. So we're getting to like the NBA now, right? Where the 500 teams may now 14 under 500 could potentially make it, but that was typically the threshold, right? The 500 makes it.